as somebody that hires people, I would rather take the person that's been on the streets and earning that street knowledge of doing a job rather than, well, I read a book about it. It's like, well, okay, that's great, but but you've been in the trenches.
And I think that trend's rising where people see where they would rather have that at this point. It's kind of weird, you initially, you get brought up, in a household that, emphasizes on going to college and getting a 4-year degree because that's what matters. And if any of you guys are watching this, you don't have to have a 4-year degree to make it. You can definitely get down in the trenches and get after it. You can get your degree at 30. You can get your degree at 35. It's all good. As long as you have a mental plan for yourself. I don't know what my next step is for my car show world, but I'm still getting a degree. I'm just gonna make it happen. Wherever I end up is wherever I end up necessarily, but
I think that's what I was always really impressed about with you is that you don't carry yourself as a 25, 26-year-old. Like you have a lot of wisdom and experience and drive and just a level head on your shoulders. Because usually, people live off in like these big fantasy lands or whatever, or they're still living with, mom and dad or whatever that situation might be. But you literally just like carved your own path.
And I try and I did 4 years of youth ministry actually from 2012 to 2016 in middle school, which was great. But you get to see them grow up. You get to help them in situations maybe they don't want to talk to their parents about. And that's really what it was. It was, I'm going to come to youth group, and if something's heavy on their heart, they would, if they trusted you enough, they would express it to you. Yeah. And I approached it always to try and be the maybe the cool one in the group, to be like, hey, I've done some stuff in high school maybe I wasn't proud about, but what are you guys doing? I'm here for you is all I wanted to say. Is just like, hey, I wasn't the best student in high school. That's okay. What's up? Or I'm talking to this girl. Okay, what's up? You just try and be there for that person. And, I do it every day at work. There's an individual that's, 21. Oh, I'm modifying my car. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm like, bro, come on, man. It's you shouldn't be doing that. It's not practical. What are you doing? How old are you? He's like, oh, I'm 19. I'm like, all right, 19. I said, I said to him, to his face, I said, by 20, almost 21, you better not work here. Mm-hmm. I said, you better not work here. Mm-hmm. You better not have that car. And you better stop modifying that car at least. Yeah. You have to start thinking, what's that? What are you going to do? You just wasted this money into this, everyday economy car. You just transformed into this rocket ship. It's like, for what? Yeah. Even I did some stuff like that, but it's like me now being where I'm at now, and in relative age to them allows me to be like, yo, I'm like 5 years older than you. What are you doing? Yeah. Let's start prepping to get after it. Don't work. Don't like be stuck here like at 20. Like, what are you going to do? You can't be, shipping boxes in the warehouse forever. Yeah. You're 20. It's totally acceptable now.
But using your wisdom and experience to influence.
I
and inspire.
I want people to have a plan. In some ways, I don't necessarily just want, people to just not plan for things. It's as we know, it's millennials are buying houses right now. It's like, he's going to come across the block at some point. He might have 10 grand in his car now. That could have been a healthy down payment if he was wise. Yep.